Hello, class. My name is Fuquan Holmes, and today, for my informative speech, we will talk about stress. So, what is stress? Stress is a state of mental or emotional strain or tension resulting from adverse or very demanding circumstances. In simple terms, it is a physical or emotional factor that causes bodily or mental tension. So, example of that is you straining yourself with schoolwork, putting your schoolwork on top of schoolwork, like three big projects all due on the same day. How are you going to get that done? So, today we will talk about the different types of stress. So, according to the American American Psychological Association, there are three types of stress: acute stress, episodic acute stress, and chronic stress. So, what is acute stress? Acute stress is one of the least damaging types of stress. It is experienced as an immediate perceived threat, either emotional, physical, or psychological, and the symptoms are anxiety, flashbacks, distress, and hypervigilance. So, examples of acute stress are any stress you suffer from a short period of time that never really lasts too long. So, episodic acute stress is this occurs when someone gets frequent experiences of stress, of acute stress. These people often live in a rush according to American Psychological Association. So it has the same symptoms as acute stress plus anger and shortness of breath. So once again, it's any stress you suffer from a short period of time. But this one, it happens over and over again. So you get over it, then you get it again. Then you get over it, then you get it again. So the worst types of stress is chronic stress. Chronic stress is the response to emotional pressure suffered for a prolonged period of time in which an individual perceives they have little or no control over that thing that is happening. So the symptoms for that is headaches, depression, anxiety, fatigue, and forgetfulness. So basically, what that is, a good example would be like divorce. You and your spouse having problems, so what do y'all do? Y'all get a divorce to separate yourself, and you can't control that. You don't really want to separate yourself, but you can't really control that. So next, we will look into college student stress. So according to New York Times, more than 60% of college students say they felt overwhelmed with anxiety in the past year, according to a 2018 report from the American College Health Association. Also, 40% say they felt so depressed that they could barely function. So, why do college people really be so stressed? So, in college, you get enough time, as y'all know, y'all are college students, y'all get enough time to do y'all work most of the time, but some people like to procrastinate and not prioritize your time. And what happens is everything gets stacked up, and you can't do everything in one day when you're in college. I think everybody know that. So reasons why college students also feel stressed is homesickness. Homesickness is when you move to a college far away or move to a college that you're dormant at and you're not really home at all. And you're used to being with your family and friends at home. So next is parental parent, par, parental expectation and style. So what that basically is your parents setting the bar for you, and you don't really want to be at college, but they keep pushing you to go to college because that's their dream for you. They want to have more for you, and just expect so much, and you can't really reach them expectation because you don't want to be here. So people get stressed out over that. You really at school for no reason because you don't really want to be here. So next is social anxiety. Social anxiety is people who don't like to talk, or really like to talk. And then in class, you have to do group projects, you have to talk speeches like this one, and other stuff where you have to socialize with other people. And most people aren't good with that. They don't like to talk at all. So next one is financial burdens. Financial burdens are people who don't have a lot of money and can't really pay for college. I know personally, I pay a lot of money at Keene. I pay over 1,600 a month. Some people pay more than that, but to me that is a lot of money. That's basically like an apartment. So financial burdens to me is like the most powerful one, up there with parental expectations and style. So now we will look at the ways to reduce stress. First one is try to do a physical activity. Try to take a walk, go outside, play a sport, anything physical to ease your stress. that help you. Like it could be walking, exercising, wrestling, anything. Second, get more sleep. Typically, when you are stressed out, you don't get enough sleep because the thoughts in your head are about what you're stressing about. So that happens, you can't relax enough to fall into a sleep. Next is to talk to someone. Stress often builds up. When you talk to someone that either gets your mind off what you're stressing about, the topic that you're stressing about, or it helps you release what you're stressing about, especially talking to a person that could relate to what you're stressing about. Next is to manage your time. So, with college students, we need to do a lot of prioritizing and managing time because we got a lot of stuff to do, a lot of classes, a lot of work. So, you have to manage your time. You have to do what you could do so you can enjoy yourself and not stress about really much about what you usually stress about, like work and other things. So, last but not least, and I feel like this is the most powerful one, is learn how to say no. Many people do not know how to say no. Many people are too nice, and it causes you stress. Many people do not know how to say no most of the time, especially when it comes to unimportant tasks you don't have to do at all. So, saying no is really the easiest thing because you can't be trying to do 15 things at one time or 15 things in an hour, especially when 10 of them things are not important. You're just trying to help somebody. Don't cause yourself unnecessary stress. Learn how to say no. No is not a bad word. It's just you can't do it at that point in time. So thank you.